Our topic tonight is divorce and child custody. We have Jessica Drennan, who is in with us this evening doing a wonderful job. We are going to head back to the phone lines. Mark over in Homewood has been holding patiently. Mark, good evening to you.
How you doing this evening?
Good evening.
How y'all?
We are
Good.
well. How are
Good,
you?
thank you.
I'm great. I called in because I recently got divorced and I didn't get during any type of visitation to see my kids. What steps do I need to take to get those right?
So did I hear you correctly? You're divorced, but you were not awarded any visitation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, the first thing, just know this, I don't know what the circumstances were, but visitation is always modifiable. So if the court was clear with you, usually they would have steps that you would have to complete in order to regain your visitation. And so you would need to complete those steps, and then you could hire a lawyer or you could file for a modification yourself. And you would ask the court to reinstate some contact with your children. I mean, at this point, I'm not sure, what the circumstances were, whether you had an agreement and didn't get any visitation, or whether the court didn't give you visitation. But regardless, always remember, don't lose hope. That's always modifiable. You can change that once you prove to the court that you deserve visitation with your children.
One of the questions before, is it possible for one parent to get sole custody of a child? I guess yes.
Yes, it is. And let me be clear about this. Sole custody does not usually mean the other parent doesn't have any custodial rights.
Okay.
Sole custody, it means that you have the primary rights.
Okay.
Generally, there's a custodial or a parenting plan that goes along with that, and the other parent would still be able to see those children.
Okay.
It is a little highly unusual in Mark's situation not to get any visitation. I don't know the circumstances, but usually the law holds that you are entitled to some contact, even if it's supervised with your children. You would have some contact with your children as long as the judge felt they were safe. Now, I'm not saying that the caller wasn't safe. I don't want anyone to hear that. I don't know the circumstances.
Correct.
But generally you would have a custodial plan even if one parent got sole custody.
Okay.
Before we go on, what about grandparents? Do they have any rights?
They really have very few rights.
Uh-huh.
So it's a very difficult for grandparents to get visitation in the state of Alabama unless the parents agree. And so it's a very strict standard. It can be done, but I think sitting here today, I know of one case that has held up on appeal where the grandparents got visitation. Generally what happens is maybe their child passes away and the remaining parent doesn't want them to have a relationship for whatever reason. And so you have to go to court and ask the court to give you visitation with your grandchildren. You have to prove a substantial relationship and that the child may be harmed if you're taken out of their life, and it's a pretty steep standard. And that all comes from the law favors a parent. They want a parent to make the decisions about who their children associate with, and so the standard's pretty strict, but it can be done.
Okay. That's a great question.
All right.